Now I'm going to do the rescues, and I like doing all the rescues on dry land, just like you do in the water. But the spatial orientation, I think, really helps on dry land. From your hand rescues to your bow rescues to your actually doing the Eskimo roll, just kind of get orientated of where you're at inside the kayak and stuff like that. I'm going to start out with just the rescues without the paddle and go from there. And something else that I do from kind of a safety thing, as you can see, is I have my blind kayaker bib up there that I normally wear over my life jacket. And in crowded spots, it really helps me, keeps from getting me run over by rafters and other kayakers. And when doing these rescues, go ahead and let them, have the PFD and the helmet on and everything to protect them. And you might even want to consider doing the elbow pads. But in the meantime, just do them. Let's flip right on over and do the rescues. And you notice how I have to turn my hand. Let them figure out, doing this on here, which way to turn your hand, because if it's this way, I'm not going to get up. And they can figure out, fingers back toward me, toward my face, will get me up, and I can reach across and spin that and rescue up. And by doing that on land, they can figure out how to orient their hands to help get up. That's the hand rescue there. The other rescue is he's going to just literally pull me up. That they do. Now we're going to do a bow rescue. Once again, learning to orient my hand, because I try to come up this way. It's good to practice. While you're here on dry land, you're not worried about water. So, here I couldn't get up. I got to bring my fingers pointed back toward my face, bring it up, reach across, come up. It's a good place to do that. Then you can also just teach them the hand of God. Right here, he's going to have to get out of his kayak to do that because I'm doing it, but you can teach the hand of God right here on the deck. And teach them to tuck. You can talk all the way through that stuff I'm not saying now, but you can just teach them to tuck and do that. And then the Eskimo roll, the same way. They'll have to hand me my paddle on this one. And help me flip, but just teaching them the basic setup. Steps here. I personally do the sweep roll. So but you could do the C to C or whatever. But you can teach them the basic setup. You're right here, doing whatever. And then as they flip, you can get them to flip. Take the paddle away and have him hand it to me. I rolled over too quick. There you are. Oop. Backwards. I'm tucked. Here's my setup. And this really helped me, because I always thought that when I was coming across that I was on the other side of my kayak. I'm like, how am I going to get over doing this? But I'm like, okay, there I am. There's the top of the water. And I'm up. And it just really helped me to know. I guess so I could flip the other way. I think that's how I honestly started doing it. When I was here, I'm like, okay, I'm here. I get upside down. Where am I at? Where am I at? I thought I was on the other side, until I realized, oh, I'm on this side. So I hip snap and up. And you can really practice that hip snap on dry land, where you ever get in the water, and really get a feel of how little pressure you need on the paddle. it's all in the hips. Start it. You can even do it without the paddle. Getting it going, getting it going, getting it going. And just a little, And if you want to do either the sweep or the sea to sea, it's a good place to start. And I think it just really helps to orient where you're really at in relationship to the water in your kayak. Cool. We'll be talking about dry land rescues, from the bow rescue to the hand of God to even the Eskimo row, doing it on dry land. I think it's really helpful to do it on dry land where you're confident. You can really learn to orient yourself a little bit. This is just definitely a preference of mine to do. And something else that I don't know that I brought up earlier is my bib, my orange kayaker bib, line kayaker bib. When you're in a crowd on the river, or especially in the whitewater centers, it's very handy, because before I was wearing it, I would get ran over quite a bit. But with that on, it's really helpful. In the meantime, I'm going to start doing a few rolls right here on the ground. And I think this really works to orientate myself, figure out where I was at and how to do these rescues without the fear of being in water. So here we go. There's the hand. Where it's good here is I gotta feel these hands. Put my fingers back toward me and learning here, so when I come up, I'm up. That way I don't have to worry about it. I can learn that right on dry ground to get those hands up in the right way. Next rescue, he's going to just pull me up. Boom, we're up. Next rescue is going to be the bow rescue. There it is. Once again, if my hands are this way, I'm screwing up. What better way to learn than right here, upside down, put those hands back around that way, fingers towards my face, bring my other hand up and over, away from my face, and up. Best way to learn it. Next rescue is going to be the feel of the hand of God. He can just stay tucked on there. Oop, he flips me. Cool. Now, next is my Eskimo roll right here on the ground. I was really disoriented until I did this in my living room floor, figuring out, man, I thought I was on the other side of the kayak, and how was this going to work? Until I flipped myself right here on the ground and figured out, oh, I'm on the other side of the kayak. I'm actually on the opposite side of the kayak. I think you're going to be moving over here. So, you're here. Oh, that's where I'm at. There's my position. I'm here. I'm sweeping. What better way to learn? Better way to learn. You get this snap on the ground, you can do it in the water. And it kind of also helps, I think, to realize that you're sweeping that paddle, you're not digging that paddle. Boom. And you're sweeping the paddle. But you're there, and boom. And you're up. Just learning it, just even learning that hip snap. Learning that hip snap. Boom. And you're up. Cool. Something I probably ought to mention is, I don't talk about that.
Hold up. She is videoing now.
I don't talk about the back. That's, like I said, just the simple stuff. Just keep it simple. Let me make whatever stroke I want to make, and don't tell me the negatives. Always talk positive. I don't care where the rocks are. I can't see them. I don't care where the holes are. I can't see them. Tell me after we did it, you know, what we did. But in the middle, you know, it doesn't matter, because I might make a turn and move the rock from my right to my behind me, or to the left, or whatever.
To your left.
You know, so just keep that in mind. Just talk positive all the time. Don't worry about the negative stuff. It doesn't matter. Can't see it. So there you go. Have fun. Okay, we're going to do the same rescues in the water that we did on land, and try to let it roll. And keep it in mind when we are paddling. One other thing is, I always talk positive. I don't care about the rocks. I don't care about the holes. I don't care about anything. Just talk positive. Anyway, here we go. We good for the next one?
Let's push off a little. Just hold on to my boat. Okay. That's good.
This is you doing it.
Yeah. Do a handed shot on me.
And the roll. Where you at? Let me find you first.
Good.
Come here.
I'll go under.
Head step and stuff. We'll just do a roll, and naturally something I didn't do on the dry ground is paying more attention to my head position and following all the way back and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, here we go.